Hey, if you are a Christian missionary and you need to fundraise or you just need to increase funding, this video is for you. Tailored Fundraising is a group of missionaries who are experts in fundraising, and they are professionally trained coaches. They're either in ministry and fundraising currently, or they have been missionaries and they have fundraised. They really know what they're doing. So we have a roadmap to reach your funding goals. You're going to meet with your coach every week. You're going to talk about partnership. You're going to talk about how you view money. You're going to talk about, people aren't just ATMs. They're actually a partner in your ministry, and it can be exciting for them to invest in what God is doing. The next thing that you talk about and that you work through is your message. This is so important because if people don't understand the value and the impact of what this ministry is all about, then it's going to be really hard to get them on board. There's a few parts to your message. One is the need, one is the solution, and one is the vision. The first part's the need, and I like to say the hero is only as great as the villain is bad. If you don't have a really strong villain, the solution really doesn't have any effect. I was coaching somebody, Matthew, and he actually helps former child soldiers rehabilitate, get back into society, and make Jesus their focus. And I asked, what do these child soldiers have to endure? And he said, I never talk about that. It's just too hard. I don't want to overwhelm the person I'm talking to. And I said, Matthew, if you don't share the truth, then they're not really your partner. And what happened when he started sharing the horrific things that these kids had to go through? The response was incredible because these people wanted to help. Right? So the need is so important. The solution, what is this ministry accomplishing? What's the strategy? What are the few steps that we're going to be taking? And this is oftentimes the easier part because you've thought through it, right? The next part is the vision. And I like to say, what are you asking God to do through this ministry? What are you praying about? What are you hoping? What are you dreaming about? And that's what you want to share with potential financial partners because you want them to pray through that vision. You want them to come on board and see that vision become reality with you. We've worked through how do we view fundraising? How do we lead a partnership base? How do we lead people in generosity? Then how do we communicate in a way that people want to respond? The next thing is creating a plan. We don't start fundraising until there's a plan. We have put a plan in place with a timeline, who we're going to be talking to, how you're going to be reaching out to them. That process really, really works. What that does is that brings in partners who really care about the mission that God has called you to. And what does that result in? It results in funding. It results in people who are really invested in prayer and in giving. It also results in people who stay with the ministry for a really long time. And you want to be there for a long time. So why use tailored? Why have a tailored coach? First of all, your coach understands the situation that you're in. They've been there or they are there. And that's so important to have somebody who really knows what you're going through. And the second is, we want to see God's kingdom come on earth just as much as you do. When we work with you, it's not just about raising money. We are going to raise money, but what it's really about is God's kingdom. And we want to be a part of that with you.